right, this weekend I had the opportunity of getting to the theaters and checking out Atomic Blonde. So let's go ahead and get into that review right now. This film was set in the 1980s, pre the Berlin Wall coming down. So if you know your history, you know that's a pretty big deal. And the film starts off right with that speech of Reagan talking about bringing down the wall. And then from there, we're done. It's right into the movie and we are moving. This film is all style. I was so pleased with how well this movie looked and how they just created this 1980s spy meets action stylistic feature. I can't speak enough to the set design, the clothes, even when they're transitioning to a different scene at a different place, the way they put the title on the screen to show you, okay, now this is where we are. It's bright neon colors, it's 80s goodness and music. I had such a fun time. Now there were some people online complaining about like the story and everything like that being a little thin. Granted, maybe that's true, maybe it's not. You guys will have to see it and decide for yourselves. For me personally, I went into this just wanting a rock and roll good time at the movies, and I got rock and roll. This was such a great acted film. The cast in it is incredible. I'll put the link to the IMDb page in the show notes below, so you can go ahead and click on that and go check out everybody. John Goodman is phenomenal in this film, as always. It's John Goodman. And also Charlize Theron plays a great action hero. There's a lot of people like, can she do it? She did it. And she did it well. I was so impressed with her performance. The director, David Leitch, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Sorry, David. But the director did such a great job actually choreographing these fight scenes for the camera and getting everything squared away so that when the fight scene is happening, we see the action. We don't have too many of those like super close cuts. There's none of that. It's actually a well-structured shot and it looks good on screen. It was kind of reminiscent of if you're watching like the Netflix Marvel shows with Daredevil, Jessica Jones, not Punisher, but Daredevil season 2 as Punisher, Luke Cage, where they always have that one close proximity fight that happens in like a stairwell or a hallway or something like that. There's one or two of those in this movie and they look great. And it's believable that Charlize Theron would actually be able to handle herself in these situations. These guys are fighting, she's fighting right back, and these guys are not surviving. I won't give any spoilers away for the end of the movie, but let's just say the gentlemen that go up against her, they are not having a good day. Let's get back to the action. There's some really good gunplay scenes, and the director David also worked on the John Wick series. He's uncredited on his IMDb for directing, but I know that he had some hand in it based off of his credation there, so you can tell the gun fu, if you will, of how she's using guns and how she's kind of not just shooting bullets, but actually using them as a blunt instrument is all very well crafted and very, again, styled. So Atomic Blonde is in theaters right now. You can check this out. I definitely recommend you see this movie. I had a great time at the theater, and I'm gonna give this film both high fives because I walked in, I got exactly what I expected, and then I got to walk right out. Now, if you are the type of person that gets uncomfortable watching amorous activities take place on the big screen, you might want to avoid part of this film. Maybe that's when you do the, stop the movie, run out to use the restroom, get another refill of popcorn or whatever. Because there is one scene in specific where Charlize Theron and Sofia Boutella share a very intimate moment on screen, and you see that whole moment. Again, all of the shots in this film are framed really well, so you get to see what's going on that stage, and it looks great as a giant picture. Now, again, amorous activities, you have been warned, but again, no spoilers. But definitely go check out Atomic Blonde in theaters right now. This movie's getting all the high fives. I loved it.